How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
A homeless man on probation for aggravated robbery violated his terms, but a judge just offered him a lifeline instead of prison.
And counsel, are you ready to proceed on the motion?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling, excuse me, to the clerk. I don't have the original MTR. I just have the first amended. And State, are you going to be proceeding on the original or the first amended? Okay. Oh, no, that's fine. Court is going to call 2025 CR 005807 State versus Kendall Woodard. Can I have parties announce?
Robert Featherston representing Mr. Woodard.
And are you Mr. Woodard?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Kendall Woodard who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2025 CR 005807 for the offense of aggravated robbery on July 24th, 2025 for a period of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, State.
Violation of conditions for court of Bexar County, Texas, defendant Kendall Woodard stated their failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February and March 2026 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is a report to correct the state's motion and to the adjudication of guilt against the defendant for the supervision of 5 years. Present state with particular consideration clause number 2026 PF 21-769.
All right, is that the proposed?
That
agreement?
is the proposal, Your Honor.
All right, are you waiving your right to appeal? All right, thank you. Statement, you may be excused. All right, Mr. Woodard, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Kendall Woodard.
All right, so why haven't you been successful? What's been going on?
This, I mean, bad judgment. The problem.
All right, is this a drug problem? Is this something else?
Yes, ma'am. This drug problem.
All right, because I know this isn't your first motion to revoke. I didn't handle the first motion to revoke. I think that was another judge and that motion was withdrawn. And you've been on probation since 2025. So, and I see that what's being taken in consideration is a drug case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. And I'm the one who gave you deferred adjudication, so I know there are some issues that were going on. And I noted that he was homeless.
He is homeless, Your Honor.
Mhm.
That's contributed to it. Unfortunately, I can't figure out a route for him to go to get him some mental health education and some training in prioritization. But he's without a lot of skills, and even with intensive supervision, I'm not so sure that that would
I
work
don't
out.
think that would work because of the fact that he is homeless. Was he ever given a chance with felony drug court or did they deny him?
Judge, I don't know the answer to that.
All
Take
right.
a roll, ma'am.
Let me find out from probation. This one's, yes,
We didn't get to work with him. We never reported. Yes.
okay,
He reported his additional intake. That was it.
okay. All right, thank you. So I see homelessness is an issue. All right, this is what I can do. One, I can follow your agreement, sentence you to 5 years in prison. Or two, I can leave sentencing open, have you referred to felony drug court, see if they'll accept you. And if they'll accept you, I'll place you in felony drug court. If they don't accept you, I'll still follow your 5 years. So if you would like to, you can discuss that with your attorney. Your attorney knows what felony drug court entails. And counsel, if that's what he decides to do, if you'll speak with probation and see if they can send an email over, or either I'll
With a
send it.
referral?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
And we'll have to recall it. They'll probably know something, since it's a short week, they'll probably know something by next week, so we could recall it for Thursday. But if you want to discuss that with your client to see if he even wants to do that, it's a 2-year program.
I will, Judge. I think I'm going to be in a murder trial next week.
Okay.
So could we possibly do a reset in 2 weeks?
Yeah, let's see first if he wants to do this, because if he doesn't, then we are where we are.
All right. Um,
Our discovery acknowledgement. I just said thank you. Oh,
Sorry. This one's. That is this one. That was mine.
All right, thank you.
All right, how are you? Okay.
And that dismissal I just gave to you, what page is that on?
Did that make a list?
no, it's for
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So mine is still up there. Mine.
Or is that an off docket thing?
Oh, he's on page 9. Toward the bottom, Judge.
Ah, thank you.
No.
Oh, and does she have an open MTR or no?
She shouldn't. She's waiting to go to.
Ah, okay then. Just make sure that's closed, because otherwise they won't take her.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Judge, you'd like to try going the felony drug program route.
Okay. If he'll come back up, please.
Okay. Mr. Woodard, come on back up there.
Let me get here. All right, and we're back on the record in 2025 CR 005807. So, Mr. Woodard, what drugs have you been using?
Supposed to know.
Okay. All right. I think this is going to be best for you. It's a difficult program, but it could help you really get your life back on track if you take advantage of it. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. I don't know if they're going to accept you or not, but we shall see. So, Vashawn,
She just stepped out, Judge.
all right. What we're going to do is we're going to do a referral to felony drug court. And we're going to do a TAP evaluation in custody. And then Norma, we're going to recall this. Counsel, you said 2 weeks?
Yes, Your Honor, if court would,
All right.
allow it.
And Norma, we'll recall it for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that will be for sentencing.
That be June 30th.
It's June. No, I'm not going to be here.
I can do the first week in July. I can do July 6th.
Is that good for you, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, that'll work.
So that will be July 6th. And so that the record is clear, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. I'm aware of the agreement, and you really can't have agreements on motions to revoke, but I'm aware that the state and defense counsel are expecting, if you're revoked, for it to be 5 years TDC. But Vashawn, what we're going to do is refer him to felony drug court and do a TAP evaluation in custody as well. And then we're going to come back on July 6th. And at that time, I will enter a sentence. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And counsel, would you like for me to email felony drug court so they can move him through the system as
That
quickly
would
as
be
possible?
most helpful, Your Honor. I would appreciate that.
Right.
I need to confer with Megan about whether we're going to go forward with the rejection.
All right. Well, I think they probably will, but you can ask because he's not gonna, the first thing that felony drug court will say if they see that is they can't accept him because he has that open case, but you can ask.
I will, I think.
All right. Thank you.
The first row, sir.
He was like, I'm trying to find a name, but you need, I didn't know. Normally, yeah, it's nice to be, but he started.
Don't be talking.
So.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes.
Judge, she's okay with going forward with that.
All right. Thank you. Here you are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay.
Okay, that's for you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, because I, yes.
Mr. Woodward, Judge wants to do a referral to, oh, you already get them? I'm just fine. Thank you.
You don't need them?
Oh, and on that case, we said July when?
July 6th.
All right. Thank you. Just make sure he's not released.
Got it.
Thank you. Court is calling 2025 CR 004569 State versus Jennifer Chambers. Can I have parties announced?
Alexander Krause for the defense.
All right, and are you Miss Chambers? All right, you entered a plea on February 2nd, and we've been waiting for the return of this ring since then. And according to your plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's $1,000 fine that's to be probated. There's to be restitution to David Golden of $7,025. And I don't think there was a PSI, is that correct? All right, so with regards to the $7,025, that's the cost of the ring, correct?
That was the cost of the engagement ring, Judge, yes, but the wedding band is left.
All right, and what is the restitution for the wedding band?
$1.
All right, is there going to be any objection to that amount, or do we need to take testimony?
Judge, it wasn't alleged that the wedding band was taken, and as far as I understand, and we don't know much about that in terms of where the wedding band is.
The underlying stipulations do say that there was 2 rings taken, Judge. The indictment does not allege the wedding band, but I do think there is evidence to support that finding. That ring was taken as well.
All right, so are you all objecting to $1,342.28 for the cost of the wedding band?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so when will you be able to pay off the $1,342.28?
If you could give me at least 5 to 6 months, I could have it paid off.
All right, so that means that you have to pay approximately $224 per month. Are you able to do that? Are you sure? Because that's what's going to be expected. So are you able to pay that off at the beginning of the month or the end of the month?
Preferably the
Okay, and if you're drug tested today, what would the results be? I'm sorry?
I would please.
All right, so we're going to do a UA today. And are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I work for American Ingredients,
Oh, what do you do there?
merchandising.
Okay. Do you have any children?
They're grown,
Okay. Grandchildren?
but yes.
And what is your relationship with them? Do they come visit you? Do they stay with you?
I know, just visit.
Okay. All right, this is what the court will do. I'm
Before
sorry.
we do that, Judge, I do have Mr. Golden, I would like to call as a witness.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Okay, State House Steve Golden.
Oh, no problem.
Morning, just.
Good morning. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
David Bolton.
All right, state, you may proceed.
Judge, Mr. Golden, how did you come to know Ms. Chambers?
She was an employee of mine for the printing company Crayon.
What did the rings represent to you?
A lot of hard work to be able to obtain those rings. Commitment to my wife. A lot of sentimentality.
Were you able to get replacement rings?
I did have to purchase a ring. Only because it made my wife so sad not to be able to wear her rings out. I did purchase a ring in the amount of $700. Obviously nowhere near, was able to afford the first time, but I did have to try out.
How has this theft incident affected you?
It's really affected me deeply. So not only was she an employee, but the reason that she was in the house was because she was low on hours and she had asked if I had any additional work, so decided to open her home and bring her around all day. So need planning. I was clinically OCD and it was really just to give her more hours. So considering that, you know, this wasn't just anybody, right? Like this was the house of your employer, and the reason you were there is because your employer felt bad for hours. And on top of that, it affected me in the sense of like being able to open up my home with anybody else. And of course, the emotional trauma that this has caused between us as well. Losing that ring.
Okay, and then finally, what would be justice in this case?
For me, justice would look like restitution being paid out to myself prior to cost going towards probation. I would like the cost of the replacement ring included as well, in the world, only because the events of her actions led up to me having to purchase that replacement ring. And while I don't think, to be fair, I'm a reasonable person, so while I understand that he did find the engagement ring that was returned, not the wedding band itself, the engagement ring, I don't think it's feasible to ask for maximum penalty. But I don't believe that probation would be appropriate in my opinion, only because I did a lot of work myself on this case. I took the initial video of her confessing to her taking the rings, up to actually following her, calling the police and waiting for them to come and pick her up at the store. So having said that, you know, her being surprised, she had a warrant when she was pulled over. Her trying to change lanes when the cops pulled up behind her, already put a sirens on, have video of all that. That just shows a lack of accountability to me. And having her grandsons with her while she was getting arrested, there's just, you know, the grandsons, it's just as if it was another day. Like, you know, I have kids myself. My kids would be freaking out. Like, why are the police here? Why are they cuffing grandma, right? And having said that, you know, she is a grandma, and she is as old as she is. Right? I would expect much more from somebody like that. But again, this is such a personal crime because of the opportunity. But I think that my opinion should weigh on punishment.
No questions from me.
Right, thank you. What I can tell you is the plea bargain agreement that's been reached to the parties is that the court give her probation. Now, I don't have to follow that agreement. However, what I can tell you is I'm going to follow the probation agreement in this case. And one of the reasons is because the ring has been returned. I know that you had it, well, didn't have it for a length of time. And I know that you had to purchase a replacement. Legally, I'm not allowed to give you money for the replacement ring. If legally I could give you or order restitution for that, I would. I understand that engagement rings are very personal. That is why this case took so long. Because when people say they don't know where an engagement ring is, I'm like, sure you do. It's either at the pawn shop. If it's not at the pawn shop, then somebody you know has it that you gave it to. So, you know, this is where we are and that's all I can do.
Is there, I spent a lot of time here as well, you know, I mean, I'm paid being here, and Well, I certainly do understand what you're saying, and of course,
Mhm.
respect the decision as well, and it's just. It's really hard to. I guess accept the fact that, yeah, I went through all this emotional toll. At the end of the day, got half of my property back.
Mhm.
Went through all this, have been here, spent days in court, spent days consoling my wife, crying. And, you know, she's had run-ins with the law before, looked her up, and, I always said a thief will always be a thief, and he's not gonna stop it. This is prestigious, these guys off. It kind of sucks, if you will, like, for me to go through all that, and then she just gets a slap on the wrist. Yeah, as
Well,
long as she's good.
What I can tell you is that this is a felony conviction. It's, all thefts are considered crimes of moral turpitude. So there are certain occupations that she won't be allowed to have because of this offense. Anything that involves a license, they're going to see this on her record. Things like being a cashier, things about like working around money, she's not going to be allowed to do that. And as her conditions with me, I'm not going to allow her to work into people's homes or with vulnerable people because of the nature of this offense. So I know sometimes with restitution, people want the time they've been off of work, they want other things, and it's just legally, I'm not allowed to do that. Now, the engagement ring that was returned to you, if there was some damage to that engagement ring that wasn't there before, and then yes, can pay for that. When I say pay for that, I can order restitution for that. If that ring had to be cleaned, can charge restitution for that. But that's the only thing that I'm allowed to do. And they've agreed to the restitution for the wedding band. And that's going to be paid. And she's going to have to pay that $224 every month at the end of the month. And what I can tell you is that will be paid before any other fees will be paid. And if she doesn't pay that, then a motion to revoke will be filed. And that's all legally I can do. All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
But thank you for your efforts. Appreciate it. You had a lot to do with it as DA, but else.
You're welcome. All right, thank you. Is there anything else?
Judge, I just asked that the court consider that, excuse me, my client made a mistake.
No. Choices.
My client made a choice. And shortly thereafter, she understood that it was a bad choice, and she's been instrumental in locating the ring. If it were not for her efforts, that ring would still be in a property. And I understand.
I mean, I understand your argument, but were not for her taking that ring, she wouldn't be here. So the fact that she is trying to make it right by, having that ring return, you don't get any points for that because my mind is a steel trap. I remember when she first came before me, she said she didn't have any idea where that ring was. I'm like, did you take it to a pawn shop? Well, I don't remember. I'm like, either that ring is at a pawn shop and somebody else has bought that ring, which they shouldn't, because the police should have put it in the system, which I know sometimes the police don't do. And then the next thing you know, she's telling me, 2 months later, oh, my boyfriend has it. And the only reason why she told me where this ring was is because there were going to be consequences if that ring wasn't turned over. So here's the thing. I see where we are now. I'm going to grant her application for probation. She's going to make sure that she pays $224 at the end of each month. That's where we are. And you need to make better decisions, because I'm sure, like, do you have photos of your grandchildren? That's a yes. What is the most important thing to you other than your grandchildren, and I'm talking about a material thing. Is it the photos? Is it some letter that maybe your grandchild wrote to you or some card that somebody gave to you? What if I needed employment and I said, hey, give me some extra hours? And you say, Stephanie, I really don't need any work, but I'm going to help you out. And I'm going to let you come into my house and I'm going to pay you money to work in my house. And then I decide to take something from you that is irreplaceable. And I will tell you, engagement rings, those are irreplaceable. Even if you go out and get the exact ring, guess what? The wife is still gonna know that's really not my ring. That's not the one that we picked out or my family helped you pick out. That's not the one you proposed with. So these are choices. You made choices. They were bad choices. And when you made these choices, you didn't think about how your employer was going to feel. You didn't think, hey, let me not do this because they're really helping me out. You were thinking about yourself. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility. That's going to be suspended and probated for 4 years. There's going to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There is, oh, state, you may be excused. There is going to be regular UAs. There's going to be a UA today. And Vashon, if you could send her for a UA. There's going to be restitution of $1,342.28 to David Golden. And that's to be paid in installments of $224 per month. Ms. Abrams, are you able to pay this month? If you can't, just tell me you can't. Okay. We're going to start July. At the end of each month, beginning July, she needs to make payments of $224.
Judge, did you say 4 years or 3 years?
4 years.
Okay.
There's to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors or any employment involving the exchange of currency. And if you do have employment where they're allowing you to exchange currency, then what you'll need to do is you'll need to provide proof to the court that they're aware of this charge. You understand? Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. $1,000 fine, that'll be probated. 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once the parenting classes are completed, 60 hours will be deemed satisfied. And there's going to be the felony theft course. And once that's completed, the remaining 60 hours will be satisfied. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors until completion of parenting classes. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right. Did you review this document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? Make better choices. All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, have you received all discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Probation, this is an application. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are.
All right, does she have priors?
Off the top of my head, but I remember there was a little bit of history.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
Yes, but I've taken care of them.
All right, what were the priors?
One moment, Judge. Priors were ABI married, was dismissed, and a possessions between 1 less than gram was also missing.
All right, so she's not eligible for PTD?
Not with the facts of this case, Judge.
Okay. All right. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Lawrence, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're not a U.S. citizen by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at $1,000 fine probated. The state is recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State defense?
Yes, Judge.
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that you're waiving your right to appeal, the only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your
Any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending 2 years deferred adjudication, 100 hours of community service restitution, regular UAs, and the DOEP course. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Judge, you are proceeding number 1 and all time.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you-
Enter this.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it
Yes, Your Honor.
and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We would just ask the court to follow the plea bargain agreement.
All right, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you're going to be drug tested today.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the results going to be?
Awesome.
For
BDB,
and
that should be it.
All right, do you know that's all that it's going to be for? Because I'm going to send you to do a UA.
I understand that.
Okay. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I am a call center representative.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine to be probated, 2 years deferred adjudication, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Do you have any children?
I do.
What are their ages?
She's 14.
And who does she live with?
Her father
All right.
and myself. We have an agreement.
Well, no. Do you all live together or is there a custody agreement in place?
There's a custody agreement in place.
All right. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once parenting classes are completed, 20 of those hours will be deemed satisfied. The remaining community service hours will be deducted at an hour for every sober support meeting that's completed.
1 second.
All right, so y'all are blocking the view with probation.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So it will be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 20 hours will be deducted. The remaining hours will be deducted for every sober support meeting she completes. 1 hour will be deducted. There is to be a TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors until the parenting classes are completed. No, I'm sorry, until there's a negative UA or parenting classes are completed. And are you still having contact with your grandmother?
Yes, our relationship is perfect. Ma'am. So yes.
All right, there's to be no unsupervised contact with your grandmother. So someone else will need to be there unless the court receives a word through probation that she is fine with your you're visiting unsupervised. So that's Camilla,
Yes.
CAMEL. IS. Probation and then field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else?
Say regular random release, I said.
Oh, no, I did not. Thank you. So regular reporting by Zoom or in person and regular UAs, and there's to be a UA today.
And Judge, the TAP recommendations, if inpatient is recommended.
If they recommend inpatient treatment, we'll start with outpatient treatment. All right, did you review, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful on this probation?
No, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Judge Boyd gave him a way out, but it's not a guarantee. It's a test. If he passes, he gets his life back. If he fails, he disappears into the system. That's the reality of these hearings. One choice, one moment. And after that, you don't get to take it back. If you want to see what happens next, we'll be here when he comes back for sentencing. Thanks for watching Court Beacon TV.